Hello everyone. In this episode, I would like to introduce Vocoder and the recent RNN and CNN-based speech waveform generative models. This is my outline. First, I would like to review some basic speech background knowledge, such as fundamental challenges in speech generation. Then I will briefly introduce the development of recent speech generative models, such as CNN-based and RNN-based models. Last, I will discuss the pros and cons of these methods. As we know, speech is a sequential signal with a very high temporal resolution. The sampling rate of a speech signal is usually higher than 16K Hz. So it means that we need to model more than 16,000 sample points in 1 second. As a result, directly modeling speech waveform is challenging. The basic technique to tackle speech generation is vocoder, which means a voice coder. It includes an encoder to encode speech into acoustic feature, such as spectra and prosodic feature. And then its decoder synthesis speech waveform based on these acoustic features. One of the most general speech generative models is the source filter model. Specifically, speech generation is formulated as a convolution of an excitation signal and a spectral filter. Since speech includes voiced and unvoiced part, the voiced and unvoiced excitation are separately modeled. The voiced excitation is a quasi-periodic signal with clear harmonic component, which is generated by the vocal fold movement. The unvoiced excitation is a white noise-like signal without vocal fold movement. The spectral filter is a time-variant filter to model the vocal check resonance. In the end, we usually use a high-pass filter to model the lip radiation. One of the most popular source filter vocoders is the mixed excitation vocoder, such as Stray and Word. As shown in this figure, in the analysis stage, the mixed excitation vocoder first extract the fundamental frequency F0 of the input speech, and then it extract a periodicity AP and spectral envelope SP based on the extracted F0. In the synthesis stage, the vocoder first generates the mixed excitation signal based on the F0 AP and white noise. Then the mixed excitation signal is filtered by the spectral filter to generate synthetic speech. However, phase information and the sound temporal details are discarded during the analysis synthesis process, which causes significant speech quality degradation. Recently, instead of using conventional vocoders, many neural-based speech generative models have been proposed. When thinking about modeling a sequential signal like speech, the straightforward method is using a recurrent neural network, RNN. However, since speech has a very high temporal resolution, the RNN model will suffer from gradient manish or exposure problem when modeling such long-term dependencies. Moreover, the sample-by-sample generation of the RNN model easily results in a very time-consuming generation. To tackle the weakness of RNN for modeling a long sequence, sample RNN has been proposed in 2016. The dependence among speech samples has been formulated as a conditional probability. The probability distribution of each sample is conditioned on all previous samples. Moreover, sample RNN adopt a hierarchical structure with multiple RNN layers, and each layer operates on a different temporal resolution. Therefore, the network can model the long-term dependence well with the captured hierarchical information of the speech signal. However, the multi-layer RNNs and the autoregressive mechanism still make the generation very, very slow. To achieve real-time speech generation for practical applications, WaveRNN and LPCNet have been proposed in 2018. WaveRNN make network not only conditioned on previous speech samples, but also acoustic feature, H. Since the acoustic feature are very strong prior information, a single layer GRU with some specific hardware optimized design achieve real-time generation. Moreover, the authors of LPCNet incorporate the source filter model into WebRNN and make the network only focus on generating the residual, or we call it source signal, of LPC prediction. Since the residual signal is almost speaker independent, the burden of modeling speaker identity and spectral information has been eased. Therefore, a very compact network is enough for LPCNet. In conclusion, the main challenge of the recent RNN-based speech generation model is how to develop a very compact model for real-time speech generation. On the other hand, many CNN-based speech generative models also have been proposed. Since CNN has a fixed geometric structure without any recurrent mechanism, the number of conditional previous speech samples is fixed. The fixed length segment is a received field. To model a very long-term dependence of speech, a very long received field is required, and it can be achieved by a large kernel size or deep CNNs. However, computation and space requirements are also much increased. Therefore, the main challenge of the CNN-based models is an efficient way to increase the received field length. The first CNN-based model achieve a state-of-the-art performance is WebNet. WebNet adopts directed convolution neural network (DCNN) to enlarge the received field efficiently. For example, if the direction size is 1, the kernel will sample the current sample and the first pass sample. And if the direction size is set to 2, the kernel will still sample the current sample, but fix the first pass sample and sample the second pass sample. And if the direction size is set to 4, the kernel will sample the current sample and the fourth pass sample. With the stacked DCNN and different direction size, which are the length of the skips, WebNet efficiently increase the received field length and capture the hierarchical information of the speech signal. However, WebNet still needs 30 DCNN layers to achieve good speech quality. The huge network and the autoregressive mechanism of WebNet make its generation very, very slow. It usually takes more than 1 minute to generate 1 second speech. As a result, many non-autoregressive CNN-based models have been proposed to utilize the parallel generalization advantage of the non-AR mechanism to achieve real-time generation. For example, flow-based models, such as invertible autoregressive flow-based parallel WebNet and CurrentNet, and the girl-based WebGirl and flow WebNet. All of them adopt invertible network condition on acoustic feature to transfer speech to white noise in the training stage and recover the speech signal from the white noise input in the testing stage. However, the invertible requirement usually result in difficult training and a huge network. For more GAN-based non-AR models, such as parallel wave GAN, PWG, and male GAN, have also been proposed, and they adopt GAN to attain very compact generative models with high fidelity speech generation. However, as we know, the stability of GAN training is challenging. PWG adapt a multi-short-time Fourier transform, multi-STFT loss module to keep the GAN training stable. The generator of PWG is a non-AR WebNet, and its input are white noise and upsampled acoustic feature, which have matched temporal length as the target speech waveform. The generator is trained with both the GAN loss and the multi-STFT loss, with different FFT length, frame length, and hop size. The multi-STFT losses make the generator capture hierarchical information of speech signal and make the training stable. Instead of multi-STFT losses, MailGAN adopt multi-discriminators operate on different temporal resolution to make its generator capture the hierarchical information and make the gang chain stable. In conclusion, capturing hierarchical information of speech signal is a key point for making gang chain stable. To summarize, the Vocoder technique include two main categories. The first one is source filter Vocoder, and second one is unified Vocoder. A source filter Vocoder includes an excitation generation module and a resonance filtering module. The input are acoustic feature, and the output is speech waveform. For conventional vocoders, both modules are parametric based, like AR-based LPC vocoder and NGC vocoder, or non-AR-based straight and word. Because of the powerful modeling capacity of neural networks, we can replace the excitation module with a neural network, such as AR-based LPCNet and non-AR-based GoToGAN and GLP. Or we can also replace the filtering module with a neural network, such as neural source filter, NSF. On the other hand, a unified vocoder directly models speech waveform with a single neural network. The input can be acoustic or linguistic feature, and the output is also speech waveform. Although the unified vocoders such as AR-based WaveNet and WaveRNN and non-AR-based PairWaveNet and CurrentNet achieve high fidelity speech generation, the pure data-driven nature with very limited prior knowledge makes them lack speech contributivity, which is an essential feature of a vocoder. Therefore, we propose a QP structure to dynamically adapt the network structure according to the instantaneous pitch. Both AR and non-AR unified vocoder with the proposed QP structure have better pitch contributivity. The details are in the next episode. If you are interested, please check it out. To summarize recent speech generative methods, for the RNN-based models, the pro is the recurrent structure theoretically enable the network to model arbitrary lengths of correlations. However, the con is the model complexity is very limited due to the real-time generation requirement. As a result, current research of RNN-based speech generation focuses on only modeling minimal essential information with a very limited model size, such as LPCNet. On the other hand, for the CNN-based models, the pro is that we can take advantage of the periodized computation nature of non-AR CNN for the real-time generation, even if the model is very complicated. However, the con is the fixed geometric structure limit the memory capacity of the models. As a result, current research of CNN-based speech generation first focus on non-AR modeling algorithms, such as flow-based and GAN-based models, and then focus on adaptive networks with a fully form of sampling grid, such as our proposed QPNet and QPPWG. If you are interested in this topic, please visit my blog for more information. This episode is finished. Thanks for your attention.